we are going to do is it's going to be a very open-ended pre-discussion which we wanted to have. This session, we are all excited, but it will be only fruitful if you participate into it. That's why yesterday we request you to log in from the laptop or your machines for a very specific reason, because when we are discussing and if there are few words on the PPT slide or in presentation which you find very difficult to decode, you can simply Google it, okay, and you can understand the basic meaning of those words, and then we can proceed further for the debate and discussion. Also, you have to parallelly search the projects according to the words which are there on the PPT. So today we are going to debate and discuss a very two extreme theories which are very simple in nature. If you try to understand it, it is the simplicity and the complexity. So we are simply going to understand how it is more relevant to your thesis in directly. Also, how it is relevant when you have to look at it as a designer point of view. Okay, so it's very important for you to participate. So what we are going to do is to after today's presentation, you guys will also be very familiar with the how other presentations are going to be conducted, because this is going to be a format. The whole presentation is not more than 6 slides. Okay, but the uh, the synthesis, the interpretation or the participation which supposed to be come from your side is very vital or instrumental for our discussion today. Okay, so we'll look at very simple theories. Wherever you feel like you wish to comment on it, okay, we will comment on it. We are not here to teach you any theory, rather we are just here to give you provide you certain kida in your brain so that you guys can start introspecting into your approach to design. Okay, so feel free to say anything and everything in between if you feel so. You need to constantly Google now. Okay, so whenever we are saying that for example, if I'm giving an example of leak abuse here, you can simply Google it and try to understand what that particular theory is going to be. At the end of the presentation, the bibliography is provided, which is very important, because we are not discussing theory. Okay, I mean, we are not teaching you theories. You have already, maybe you're familiar with this theory. We are just trying to simplify and decode for you so that you can implement those theories into your design dissertation or your thesis project. Okay, in the bibliography, very detailed books and the text which you could refer further once we are end with this particular discussions are provided. So whoever want to pursue that particular research further, you guys can just simply go through those books. Okay, so we'll begin. Whenever you want to just want to uh, share your thought, okay, you are free to do that. You can share your screen also in between and show whatever images you are talking about, because we are going to talk with the example of a project in this. Okay, it's not going to be only some person giving you gyan or pravachan. Okay, it's about how much you can absorb and how much you can interpret. तो आप कितना chew कर सकते हो बताओ, अगर वो bouncer गया तो वो भी बताओ. Okay, so that is how the learnings will start happening. For maximum 45-minute discussions, we will just throw the question, 3 4 opinions, okay, and then we'll move to the next question. So it is not like we are going to you know uh, are going to investigate that particular question for very long. We are not going to do this for a long time. Okay, so be focused for next 45 minutes and we'll see how it is go, because this is a very simpler theory which we can come up with as the first theory to compare. Okay, so I'll just share my screen. Okay, so let's begin this. Okay, so this is what we are going to do. Okay, so this is the first segment which we are going to do. Okay, so out of these two image, okay, uh, which represent the concept of simplicity in architecture. Okay, we are going to talk about these theories in architecture. So make sure that you are talking in the premise of the architectural premise, not the layman's or other premise, but this is what we are going to do. So out of these two images, which represent the concept of simplicity for you? The
Left
left
one
one
shows
or
simplicity.
The the left one.
the left one, which is a, what is that
Stone
image?
Age.
Yeah, the stone
The
age.
Stonehenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the right one image is the art museum designed by Tadano in Texas, United States. Okay, so the right side image have a pond in front of it, and then the museum is there, and the left image is the Stonehenge. So anybody contradict with this? Anybody feel the right side image represent the concept of simplicity?
Sir, it also depends upon the function, right? In the second case, it serves a different function than which is what the function is in the first case.
Okay.
So, depending on that, both of them can be considered as being following a simplicity design or simple design.
Okay.
As,
Okay.
as
Okay.
such.
ठीक है.
Maybe so the timeline also matters, the time in which the particular structure was built. Maybe that could also define the simplicity and the complexity of the thing.
Brilliant, brilliant observation, Akshita. This is what we wanted to put forward. The Stonehenge is constructed in and around 2005 BC. Okay, so putting these three stones together might look very simpler right now, but this is the first constructed, not natural, the constructed build form which mankind known. Okay, the way it is been radially or circularly organized, and the way three stones, so this is the post and lintel kind of a first post and lintel constructions which we know. So this become more relevant once you start looking at the timeline as the parameter to review the image. The right side project, the art museum by Tadawando, has been constructed very recently. It's completed in 2002. Okay, but the left side is talking about the complexity in that era, because this might be the most complex structure they might have approached. So what also, now when we have this different notion on the table to discuss, so now which represent the concept of complexity in architecture? If we have this parameter, the time is the parameter which we are reviewing. So, so what will be the project which represent the concept of complexity now?
Sir, maybe the first, the left image, because the concept was introduced. Matlab, there was no concept of a column and a beam. So, matlab, in the right image, there was some relation. Matlab, there was some things that were theoretically known to people, and then they were able to build a particular thing. But the left image was completely a new invention, maybe.
Yes, yes. Okay, so both the maybe if I want to put it on for the debate like this, both the images talks about innovation. Okay, but the left side is something which is a very fundamental innovation, and as Akshita rightly said, the right image where few of the theories, material, the knowledge of construction, and the success of those construction was already known to mankind. Okay, so in the same background, I just want to put again this question to the whole podium, is that which image now then represent the complexity in architecture, concept of complexity in architecture? If just we just have a simple poll, which image might have that particular concept of complexity now?
I want to slightly add to that question. You, as student, why do you define anything as simple and complex is also important when this question is asked. So what exactly, when you think why that left image became complex the way you mentioned right now, as compared to why it was considered to be simple earlier when it was compared to something else as a right image. So the whole intent of understanding why a particular thing is qualified as simple and why a particular thing is interpreted as complex is something which is very important here, because it comes under critical and dialectical thinking. So when you talk about thinking, there is some relation to something like as a relative term or as a reference or as in comparison. So if you understand both these terms, they are not standalone terms. मतलब एक चीज सिंपल कब होती है जब उसको किसी और के साथ कंपेयर किया जाता है जो उससे ज्यादा कॉम्प्लेक्स है. That is what I am trying to hint you towards. Or else a particular complexity is qualified as complex because something else with the same frame of mind is simpler. So they are not free standalone terms is what I'm trying to hint at. So when you make a judgment of why a particular thing is simple, I want to understand as students, what do you think exactly leads to simplicity or leads to complexity?
सर जैसे कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी और सिंप्लिसिटी में जैसे लेफ्ट वाला जो स्ट्रक्चर है वो पूरा मोनोलिथिक है, मतलब एक सिंगल मटेरियल यूज किया है, लेकिन जैसे सेकंड केस में वहां पे कंक्रीट है, स्टील है, सिर्फ वाटर बॉडी है, मतलब डिफरेंट मटेरियल पैलेट एक साथ काम कर रहे, एक साथ एक फ्रेम में दिखाई दे रहे. और लेफ्ट साइड में सिर्फ एक मोनोलिथिक स्टोन जो उसका कॉम्पोजिशन है.
So what if I have to infer this statement, then maybe it can be qualified as minimalism is one of the attributes which leads to simplicity.
Yes, sir.
Not always, but it's just a current example right now. So how minimalism or less number of things kind of leads to simplicity. Yes, Abhishek sir, you were saying.
Yeah. No, so I think what Aarti have rightly initiated right now is what leads to the next question. What are the various definitions and connotations? Connotations matlab your first impression of after hearing the word simplicity of the term simplicity and complexity in architecture. So I think when Aarti was talking about a material, is the material which help us to visualize the concept of simplicity and complexity in architecture. As Zainab have previously also said, maybe the use is also something which may lead to the concept of simplicity and complexity. So what could be the definition? Various definition you can think of. I think Aarti have well defined the simplicity and complexity in architecture in terms of materiality of the project. Okay. So what could be the other definitions and connotations?
And sir, simplicity is something like that कि whatever you जो आपके यूज में हो उधर मीन्स वो चीज ही सिर्फ हो. एंड कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी में आपके डिफरेंट थिंग्स भी ऐड होते जाते हैं.
Can you give example, Amima?
एंड लाइक सर अगर हम लोग देखें कि आपकी जरूरत की चीजें सिर्फ सिंप्लिसिटी में लाइक एक शेल्टर होम और ऐसे हैं तो वो सिंप्लिसिटी में आप ऐड कर सकते हैं, बट कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी में आप मतलब अपनी जो अदर थिंग्स है लाइक डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स उसको आप इंक्लूड करते हैं तो वो चीजें मतलब बढ़ जाती है.
Okay, so you are meaning whatever is the
सिंप्लिसिटी में ब्यूटी होती है.
complexity में beauty नहीं होती है?
नहीं होती है, बट इन सिंप्लिसिटी लाइक वो छोटी चीजों में हमें वो चीजें नजर आती है.
Okay, now you are
Sir,
making
actually,
it now you are making it
sir,
complicated. It's okay.
so actually it's all very subjective, right? The both the terms. It's sometime even if you see it's to the context as well. If in the context aspas pure, if it's a village and you make a building out there, okay, and that will become a complex thing there, and the other thing will become simple around. But if there is some if there is a place where all the architecture is modern, and then you try to make an ancient or historic structure there, now that becomes complex too there.
Okay.
So it's all
So
it's
one thing,
subjective. It goes with the context too.
Okay. ठीक है.
so एक और एक
Right.
चीज सदफ ने जो बोला है अभी, जैसे विलेज में अगर हम बिल्डिंग बनाते हैं तो इट कम्स अंडर फॉर्म, मतलब फॉर्म एक मेजर पैरामीटर बनता है सिंप्लिसिटी और कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी डिफाइन करने के लिए. जैसे अगर हमारा फॉर्म अगर उस कंटेक्स्ट के साथ मर्ज नहीं हो रहा है तो इट विल बिकम कॉम्प्लेक्स एज सदफ वाज पॉइंटिंग आउट. अगर हमारा फॉर्म कंटेक्स्ट के साथ मर्ज हो रहा है तो इट विल बिकम सिंपल लाइक दैट.
So can
form,
we, I think for Razik and Sadaf, can we say this that it's a respond which could respond to the context which will define the simplicity and complexity. वो
yes,
respond जो होगा context का या जो भी background है अपना उसका
yes.
that will define simplicity and complexity. Very nice, very interesting thought which will again lead us to the next question. But still anybody else want to pitch in for this?
सर जैसे अभी राजीव
Also,
ने बोला कि फॉर्म मैटर करता है, जैसे सिंपल स्टोन या फिर सिंपल वुडन ब्लॉक हम लेते हैं और उसको हम एक फॉर्म देते हैं तो उसकी जो कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी हम बढ़ाते हैं, राइट. सो सिंप्लिसिटी एंड कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी एट द सेम टाइम एक दूसरे से वाइस वर्सा या फिर इनवर्सली प्रोपोर्शन ऐसे बोल सकते हैं कि एक सिंपल सिंप्लिसिटी और कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी दोनों एक दूसरे पे इंटरडिपेंडेंट है.
Yeah, so it is something which is a proportion. कौन सी चीजें कितने proportion में that might differ. I think Aarti is talking about more of the aesthetic part of architecture. Okay. My question, I just want to deviate you all from the only the visual or the aesthetic aspect of architecture right now. Can we look at simplicity and complexity in architecture as a process? The process might be complex, okay, but the output of it might be very very simple. Can we just for a little time can we move away from the aesthetic part of an architecture? Anybody want to pitch into that then, as if we want to define simplicity and complexity in architecture?
So apart from it, it could also be that understanding of that project, like the Tandava Indo project. We could the architect itself is telling the functionality or the process of that particular subject thing, but. In the other case, since it's an Asian thing, so we are predicting that for what it could be used, and there could be, since we don't know, there could be several use of it as well. So even this could be understanding of a thing
Very
project.
interesting, very interesting. Yes. Anything else? So now we are not only looking at the aesthetic part of aesthetic. Hey, kabutar alag. Aesthetic part of architecture, but what we are also looking at how we can interpret it or how we can various ways we can define the simplicity and complexity. So what Mahvesh have said, it is also right. One thing is we know the use of that particular building, so it might be very simple in Tadavando's case because it is very direct the way he wanted to interpret the space, but we still don't know what is the Stonehenge being used as. So it might be complex. So it is something a different school of thought Mahvesh is talking about. Again, a very good value-added point. Yes. Anybody else? I think somebody was also trying to say something.
Sir, I want to talk about the construction technology. Just in vernacular architecture, it seems like it is quite easy to build but it's not as simple as it seems like, as it requires high level of skill over the human skill over there without any modern technology, as it is already we are learning about in modern construction technology.
Right.
I have a question for you, Suraj. When do you qualify a technology to be simple or complex?
Maybe it depends on how much time it takes or how much resource it
Source is right. Time, I slightly disagree because depending on the functionality, it might respectively need an X amount of time for that particular activity or functionality of why that technology is being done the way it is. So now the whole question is, again, whenever you define the terms simple or complex, like I said earlier, it's a relative term in a way, but you need to understand the attributes, or you need to understand the parameters of why a particular thing is qualified to be simple. And also the reason why you need to do that is because when you design in thesis, or when you design, or when you practice, or when you do so these concepts are something which you need to consciously understand again. Say, for example, when you say technology, so can you give us an example of a complex technology and a simple technology then?
Suraj, you there?
He's there, he's thinking.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
है ना, हो गया ना ट्रिक? क्यों? क्योंकि there are pre-notions which we carry generally. हमको जो समझ में आए वो सिंपल होता है, हमको जो समझ में ना आए वो कॉम्प्लेक्स होता है. But then again, it's a
Yes,
relative,
sir.
right? So when you say technology as simple, so the attribute come along with it is कि minimal mechanism, या
Yes,
फिर
sir.
minimum, so number, anything which is minimal is qualified to be simple, right? That's what we kind of inferred in the previous discussion with Aarti, I think. So when you talk about minimal mechanisms, that can become a simple technology, maybe. The more number of mechanisms in a particular technology will lead to complexity. So anything more in number is going to lead towards
Complexity.
correct. So one is minimalism, second one is organized. Say when you have lines drawn parallel to each other, they're qualified to be simple as lines which are intersecting. And why? Because when it intersects, it is kind of adding an illusion. So the readability again is more important. Now this is in terms of two-dimensional designs. But when you talk about concepts like technology, then it is also about number, not in terms of the functionalities, but the number of materials also. कि उसमें स्टील भी है, ये भी है, वो भी है, ऐसा करके बहुत ज्यादा के तो वो कॉम्प्लेक्स हो जाएगा. So remember, the first inference is minimalism is one of the major attributes of doing anything which is simple. So any house which you design, if you have too much of material palette, it will become complex. So
Yes.
we come ahead to what we are discussing. Sure.
I think we are taking all these uh, extreme theories to discussion also just to shackle away from these assumptions which we have in our mind, and we are trying to simplify it for you. Okay, so it's not because generally we as an architecture student shy away from reading theories or practicing theories. So we just wanted to again want to brought you back to the all these discussions where we could simplify it for you, and just break away all those assumptions which we have. Okay, so I think the technology is a very good point. Okay, but technology, it's something a different parameters which we can discuss it later on. Right now it may not be directly related to the definition of simplicity and complexity. Also, I just because we are uh, I think we are also looking at parallelly simplicity and minimalism. I think simplicity is an approach, minimalism is a style. We have to define it. There is a very thin line between the approach and the style of architecture. So vernacular architecture is the style. Okay, it is not something which is the approach. The approach could be very simple. Okay, so simple में बहुत सारे approach आने शुरू हो जाएंगे. So if you are making something which is like Antonio Gaudi's kind of a structures, if you can Google it and look at the image of Antonio Gaudi's buildings, okay, you will see that the approach is simple, but the style is complex. Okay, so in theories, when we are discussing theories henceforth, it is has to be very importantly understood and absorb that what is style and what is approach. Otherwise, हम लोग generally architects we get confused with these two different notions. What is style and what is the approach? Okay. Any one person more want to define the simplicity and complexity in architecture? Okay, if not, then we'll move to the next. But yeah,
Yeah, so any object or a system which takes more time to break down into individual components could be considered to be more complex than the other system which takes less time to simplify or to break down.
so you're talking about the process.
Yeah, I mean you're
Maybe.
you're completely breaking down a system or something into a simpler components. So something which gets break down easily is something which is more simple than the other one, which will be more complex
But
in
so the
comparison to it.
process is complex. Then, if I'm not wrong,
Yes,
process is
yes, yes.
complex to simplify things.
Yes.
Right. So the process is complex, which will lead to the simplification of a problem or a solution in this case. Okay, architecturally, that's what I said, the approach or the process might be too complex, but the final output of it might be very, very simple. If you can simply Google out everyone the Tadawando structures, okay, those might be very large dead planes and one circle, one square, one triangle as a opening somewhere. The projects are like that, but just think about how much time he will be doing, how much of iterations he will be doing so that he come up with the perfect proportion and the placement of that particular opening. It's not that simple. Okay, so the final output might just look like one square plane in elevation in 2D and just one opening, square opening maybe at the left top corner or something. But just think how much of options he might have done, how much of understanding he might have explored so that the light will fall into a particular angle, the material palette which he is looking at. So this kind of a projects give us an insight about the approach or the pedagogy, we call it as a pedagogy to the that particular designer, okay, which which leads to the simplicity of the final output. So in your design, I'm sure in your previous 8 architecture design project which you have approached as a student, I'm sure you might now think parallelly about, was the final output simple but my process was complex, or was my process was very simple but the output which came was very, very complex. Okay, again, one is the approach, another one becomes the style. Okay, you might have a simple approach, the project outcome also becomes simple. Okay, and vice versa. So that is very, very important. Okay, so we are just giving you this new school of thought where you can now define simplicity and complexity for your thesis basically right now. At least the immediate project which you have in your hand is the thesis, so hence we are talking about thesis. Okay, so once we are now in a juncture where we are looking at we have seen different definitions. Okay, so what are the characteristic of architecture of simplicity? The way Aarti have already said, the material could be the characteristic of simplicities. I think Zainab or someone talked about the number of elements. If they are more, it might give the aesthetic of the complexity, not the simplicity. So, what are the characteristic of architecture of simplicity? कैसे डिफाइन करें, मतलब किसको कौन से प्रोजेक्ट को हम लोग बोलेंगे कि ये सिंप्लिसिटी के थ्योरी पे है? या am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Sir. Yeah, okay.
Sir, maybe the functioning of the space or the space associated spaces, maybe.
Yeah, so here is where we are asking you what could be the parameters of an architecture of simplicity. What और कौन से पैरामीटर पे हम लोग सिंप्लिसिटी को रिव्यू कर सकते हैं या वी कैन कंसीडर दोज एज अ पैरामीटर?
सर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ऑफ स्पेसेस जो मैटर करता है कि सपोज एक सिंपल हाउस है विद सिंगल रूम तो वो एक सिंपल हो जाता है। लेकिन जब उसमें वॉल्स और इंटरसेक्टिंग एलिमेंट्स जब हम इंट्रोड्यूस करते हैं तो वो मोर कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी में कन्वर्ट होने लगता है। लाइक हम लोग जब फर्नीचर ऐड करते हैं या फिर कुछ कर्टन्स या फिर ब्लाइंड्स जो ऐड हर एक चीज डिवाइड करते जाते हैं तो वो एक कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी में डाइवर्ट होता है। तो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एक फैक्टर है जो सिंप्लिसिटी को डिफाइन कर सकता है और कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी को डिफाइन कर सकता है।
Okay, right. What else?
सर अफोर्डेबिलिटी जो फैक्टर है वो भी
Affordability. Okay, how affordability is the factor? Example?
जैसे प्रीवियसली भी जैसे कहा कि मोनोलिथिक या फिर मिनिमल जो यूज है और कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी में जो डिफरेंट मटेरियल पैलेट या फिर डिफरेंट फंक्शंस हो रहे हैं तो उसकी वजह से भी अफोर्डेबिलिटी जो मटेरियल पैलेट के लिए ज्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट होगी। जो
No,
जितना
but
रिडक्शन
that nothing to do with maybe the cost of the material used, isn't it, Arpit? Matlab, I might have 10 materials, but they might cost all the same.
हाँ
So I don't think so. I personally believe right now the cost might not be the characteristic of simplicity.
यस सर
It might be the number of elements which you have used. Yes, the
हाँ
number of
एग्जैक्टली
elements might be, yes, the characteristic. Yes.
रिडक्शन इन मटेरियल पैलेट
Yeah, maybe yes. That is one of the way to look at it, right? What else, guys? Any other people, please pitch in. We are going to mark you for your participation. So make sure you are fearless when you are putting your point across. We have received a good response. Yeah.
Sir, all the circulation or user experience. Like if we compare the Gagana Museum, which had this spiral circulation, and in comparison with the Ahmedabadni Gufa, which has uneven or anywhere directing free circulation. So even the user experience where we are simply directed in one direction or some or a dispersed circulation kind of.
Okay. So Mahesh, do you
Like
just give me a 1 minute to just make it clear? Is the simplicity which do you mean the simplicity in the circulation means it should be uncontrolled or it should be free in terms of circulation? In case of Gufa, you talk about Doshi Gufa, you talk about that.
Means it is somewhere directing the user in a particular manner. It is it's one follows a certain path when it
Okay.
comes to
Okay.
that.
Clear. Right. Right. Yeah. Who was talking about it?
adding to the point circulation or the user movement. So like when a staircase it's constructed, it's considered as simple as compared to escalator or lifts, as they include technologies in it. But in the user movement, a person prefers moving through escalators or lifts because they don't have to do anything. They just stand and they move upwards or downwards. But using the staircase, we have to move. So for something simple, it's simple to use escalators or lifts.
What is more simpler, Fatima, to use staircase or use the escalator?
More simple to use.
Yeah.
So escalators.
Sure.
If someone knows to use, for them it's escalators, but the person who doesn't know, like first time when someone is using, so it's obvious it's staircase.
So that's what I asked because you are talking about activity as a characteristic of simplicity. It's an
Okay.
activity which you are talking about, and we are talking about the architecture part of it, not the activity part of it. As others are talking about, the simplicity could be as simple as organization of space or the material palette or the user experience, as Mahesh has rightly said. It will lead to the simplicity in architecture? What could be the other character? Because once we define or once we identify the characteristics of simplicity, it's very easy to understand what is complexity. Very easy, because अभी आपको पता है उसका opposite is going to be the complexity.
The language of the style.
Language is the style.
मतलब लैंग्वेज ऑफ द स्टाइल, मतलब जैसे बीज वेंडरों के स्ट्रक्चर्स देखेंगे तो उसमें एक मिनिमलिस्टिक अप्रोच यूज करते हैं. एंड इफ यू सी द फ्रैंक गेरी स्ट्रक्चर, द कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी,
Visual balance and harmony in design.
yes,
Yeah, very nice, very nice. So I think that balance is something which we are talking about, but I think then we are sorry, then we are defining the characteristics of architecture, not the architecture of simplicity. We are yet not in Afan and Ashia's case. You guys are defining the characteristics of architecture. You are not defining the characteristics of architecture of simplicity. In case of Franco Gehry, those forms are minimalistic. If you look at it as the individual forms, okay, they are very simple, and I would say quite a monolithic in terms of approach. Okay, quite a blocky things. Okay, but the way material, but once we see it as a total composition, when we look at that particular project in totality, it appears to be very complex. Okay, so what is the characteristic of simplicity? That is what we are, or the parameter of simplicity on which you can judge.
यूनिवर्सल डिजाइन जो एक सिंपलिसिटी का एक फॉर्म या फिर डिफिनेशन हम बोल सकते हैं कि जो इजी टू यूज, इजी टू एक्सेस हो सकता है. सो जो यूनिवर्सल,
that is something that's again my personal opinion. That is something which we are forcefully doing it right now. It might not be there maybe a 50 years back. No? 50 साल पहले शायद से, maybe 100 years back, globally the universal design was not the concept. Rather, the architecture has to be practiced like that. Now we are making it कि वो compulsory एक parameter होना चाहिए, because people are not doing it. But if you look at the previous design, 100 years back designs of Miss Van der Rohe or the Frank Lloyd Wright's architecture, you will easily see that all these approaches of barrier-free architecture, accessibility for all these are practiced. They were the integral part of architecture design. Right now, because people have stopped doing it or practicing it, maybe the councils or maybe the government authority are putting up the external control over it by saying that there has to be a accessibility managed at all the level for the handicap or whatever the situation. If you look at any 100-year old structures, okay, let it be Tadawando structures or Frank Lloyd Wright or Lee Corbusier building, you will always see that there is been the barrier-free approach is the integral part of architecture. It's the approach. That is what I'm saying. It's an approach. So that might not be the characteristic of simplicity. I think you guys have to little bit push yourself to move away from what is, you have to simplify yourself to define what is simplicity first. थोड़ा सा unclutter करो thoughts को. You guys are looking at, you're making it too complex to define simplicity. Difficult हो रहा है simplicity को define करना.
Retrofitting.
Yeah, who's saying that?
Retrofitting certain functions or any other component into an object would make it more complex.
Just give me a minute. I think my sound share is on it. Yeah. Yeah, Zainab, can you talk again? Yeah, please.
Certain functions into already existing object that would increase the complexity of the object.
Yeah, yeah.
So here, the retrofitting thing becomes the parameter which would distinguish between whether that object is complex or
simple. Okay. So then we'll try to now define the characteristic of complexity. How do you once you look at any architecture or build form, how do you come to a conclusion that this is complex or this is simple? So what is complex now?
which
Mars,
has more details in it.
sorry, more components,
Details.
more details in it. Okay. So do you consider Gothic or Ionic style of architecture as a complex architecture? Suraj?
Um, yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Just hang on there now. Okay.
It would depend on what you're comparing it with, right?
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. So is the why the real question is why we called why you assume that the Gothic architecture or iconic architecture is something which is a complex just by pure the aesthetic value of it because there are more element in it or the
It's the level of ornamentation that is happening on the structure, which
yeah.
visually makes it look more complex.
Yeah, so I think Amima made a point where in the simplicity uh, uh, element in architecture, the forms or the visual elements will be bare minimum which are only necessary. Okay, they are not there is nothing extra in that. The value in the aesthetic identity is very bare minimum, which leads to the style of architecture which is called as minimalism. Okay, the approach is simple. So if I need only a dead wall, it will be a dead wall. There will not be a dead wall with kind of a capital and then kind of other elements which are added to it, which are unnecessarily or not required for the space to be used. Okay, so it is very direct and it is also bare minimum to its usage. Okay, so that can lead to the style of the minimalism. Okay, minimalism is there in graphic design, minimalism is there in furniture, interior design or furniture design, product design. The way of life could be also minimalistic way of life. So that is something which is, for example, the Gandhiji's life could be, we could describe it as the minimalism because he has only two pair of clothes which are very simple, very easy to maintain, which respond to the climate. He had only one specs, a very simple table to look at. He doesn't sit on the chair, so he doesn't actually involves the luxury of life. It involves the necessity of life. Okay, so that could be the simplest. So now can we define the complexity? Complexity is something which is more number of components are there. We could define it as the complexity number. What could be the other characteristics? Maj, what do you think? How do you perceive complexity as? Maj, you there?
Yes, sir.
Swastik, yeah. Maj, Swastik, please pitch in. If Swastik is there, I'm not looking at participants. आज
Sir,
आप कैसे परसीव करोगे कि क्या कॉम्प्लेक्स है आपके लिए?
sir, what is the response, sir? As Sadaf pointed out, sir, the general response of the people living there or your common users, which are going to use, uh, how how rarely have they seen it before? So that depends on
Do
it is
you have
complex
any
or not.
example? Do you have any example?
Sir, like Gaganyaan Museum.
Hmm.
In our last semester, as we saw the case study in the aesthetical property of it, the design, it was designed in circular planning, so it was a complex for the people living there.
Is it so? Is it so? Is the form will lead to the complexity?
Yes, sir.
Okay. 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 It will be much clearer to you when once we move to the next parameter. I think we have spent a good amount of time defining the characteristic of simplicity and complexity. I'm just giving you 2 minutes if anybody else want to add into very quickly. Otherwise, I'm moving to next question. Saiba, do you
Sir,
want to add anything?
I want to add one thing in simplicity, that is more that simplicity is more about clarity of thoughts in design context. It is more about form, a geometric form which is very simple. And if we talk about complexity, the form which we use of fractal geometry, then that is more about complexity. And in simplicity, it is more about simple forms. According to me.
Okay.
complexity allows more interpretation on particular design or subject. Like कि हम लोग किसी एक कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी मतलब कोई वो स्पेस को देख के या फिर स्ट्रक्चर को देख के कोई एक इंटरप्रिटेशन ना निकले, मल्टीपल इंटरप्रिटेशन अकॉर्डिंग टू द यूजर, अकॉर्डिंग टू द एक्सपीरियंस, ये मैटर करेगा.
Okay.
But interpretation in a way also depends on the person who's interpreting it, right?
हाँ,
So
वही
a
exactly
person can sort of break it down into multiple components, which you probably won't be able to see.
It is always subjective according to the user.
Yeah.
It's always
It could
going
be
to be
simple as well as complex at the same point.
Yes. So that is what I'm saying. When we look at Franco Gehry on the first experience, it might look quite complex to you. But the moment if you are an architecture student or you are the philosophist, and once you start reading about his process, the process is actually quite simple. He also began with the designing of a keyboard volume. If you look at what Zaha did do as the architecture design practice as the first idea, she always paints. The painting is the concept. Okay, if you look at BB Doshi's design, okay, BB Doshi constantly talk about the user experience. He talks about the people in it. Okay, he doesn't talk about light in the first idea. He doesn't talk about the idea of a space in the first. He talks about the people. Okay, so there are different school of thought which we can constantly discuss. Those become the different approach for the design. Okay, that we will see. We will again simplify it for you a little bit. Okay, so now once we are at this particular segment where now you can opine about what is more appropriate in architecture today. What do you think? What is more appropriate in architecture today? Is it simplicity or the complexity? Appropriateness, what is relevant? What is more relevant to you? It's your
So
opinion.
can you repeat your question?
It's on the screen. What is more appropriate in architecture today?
So
Sir,
they
a
both
mixture
go
of
hand
both
in
will
hand,
be
right?
One at a time, please.
Yeah, they both go hand in hand, because in complexity, in simplicity lies complexity, right? Because when we see, maybe if we see a simple house, just four walls and a roof, but if you start narrowing down, when you start narrowing down, you start seeing those all a small house with all the elements, it will become complex. So they both go hand in hand. It cannot be what's more appropriate.
No,
I
no,
feel like,
but
I don't
the
know.
question is what is more appropriate in architecture today according to you? Is it something which is project specific otherwise?
Maybe,
Uh,
maybe.
Okay,
Maybe it could use complex processes to make a function happen, but it should be simpler to use.
okay, okay, that is what Zainab saying now. Shita, you were saying something?
It also depend on context as well.
No, so is it what is more relevant? That is the question. We are again changing the raised question. We want the answer to what is more appropriate in architecture today. Okay, so Zainab said it's the process could be complex, but the output of it might should be very simple. You know, the question will be why.
सर जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल, जैसे पार्थेनॉन का हम लोग एग्जांपल ले, तो वो पार्थेनॉन फ्रॉम ऐसा दूर से देखे तो वो एक सिंपल मोनोलिथिक लगेगा, लेकिन उसके पीछे जो प्रोसेस है लाइक गोल्डन रेशो जो यूज किया है उसके कंस्ट्रक्शन में. सो सिंप्लिसिटी इन कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी, मतलब ये दोनों इंटरडिपेंडेंट ही है.
Exactly.
To make it simple, we have to calculate the complexity and the proportion geometry behind it.
Okay. 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 ठीक है. Akshita, you were saying, sorry.
It is same as Zainab.
Okay.
It goes together.
Okay. Okay. So anybody else have a tangent point to this? Or totally contradict to this? Anybody else? Amima, what do you say? Umer?
Sir, I'm telling के it is depend also context के, अगर वहाँ का context कैसा है उस बेस पे हम लोग उस डिजाइन को सिंप्लीफाई कर सकते हैं, और अगर वो context एरा जो है वो लाइक अगर आप कुछ स्ट्रक्चर डिजाइन कर रहे हो तो वहाँ पे से एलियनेटिक नहीं लगना चाहिए, तो उसकी वजह से आप उस मींस वो context पे डिपेंड होगा.
Okay. Okay. Umer, you want something to add, or you want?
Sometimes the complexity also depends on the needs.
Needs. No. Question is, see, we have already crossed this. Okay, we have already crossed this segment. We are talking about this now. What is more appropriate in architecture?
Sir, for more appropriate architecture, I think it should be visually simplified, but the functionality should be a little complex. Like for example, Savitri Bhavan. It appears to be simple, complete simple, but the interconnectivity between the spaces under the staircases to different spaces, that is a complex thing.
Okay. Salva, you want to add anything?
So it depends on the functionality of the space as well.
Okay. So what should be the more appropriate in architecture today? Should be simpler, or we can't define the simple and complex now for whatever is
They
relevant?
both go hand in hand. Like if you see Opera House, the function was simple, an auditorium, but then the complexity comes with the form and the construction, also the materials. So
So right
completely
now,
depends.
so right now, I think most of us are saying the same thing, that the final output has to be something which is simple, but the process might be complex. Okay, but if you look at the master's works, okay, I'm going to show you some example right now. Okay, this is Barcelona Pavilion. Okay, it's a pavilion, or could be a house also right now. Okay, it is so simple, and it is designed by Miss Van der Rohe, is that he have only used 5 elements in this. There are only 5 elements, okay, which have framed the enclosed space, which we called it as the Barcelona Pavilion. Okay, so so it's very important. It's on your screen if you can read. Okay, in 1958, Peter Blake, who is a philosophist and the critic and the educator, he writes in the Architecture Forum that uh, the only trouble with a simple little word like simple is that so many people think it's a synonymous with the easy. In real life, of course, simple often means difficult. Very importantly to understood this. Okay, Blake wrote that Lee Corbusier, Philip Johnson, Frank Lloyd Wright, Marcel Breuer, who is also a theorist by the way, Ulrich, and other proponents of modernist architecture and minimalism talk about this, though their forms are very simple as we are looking at. This is written in 1958, so there were no Tadawanda that time. Okay, so in contemporary we have other architects, Charles Correa, Doshi, then there are new architects which are the Raul Manotra, then there are many other architects we could name right now, which talk about this, where we assume simple or simplicity as the easy. It's synonymous. We believe that it is synonymous with easy. Actually में ये उल्टा है. To design something of this simple, like a Barcelona pavilion, which consumes only 5 lanes in design, imagine the efforts of the architect. Okay, कि उसने कितना उसको decode किया रहेगा so that it's become something this simple and still people appreciate it. Okay, another example is this Villa Savoye Le Corbusier structure, which beautifully talks about the simplicity in its nature, but the process of it is very complex, or was very complex. Okay, it's talk about the roof garden, it's talk about the sculptural vertical element, which is a staircase, then a ramp, elevating the building onto the elevating the living space on the steel, so that the landscape on the ground which is there could be experienced and enjoyed. So it's a very simple ideas, a very simple process which lead to a simpler form. Okay, in the Barcelona pavilions designed by Mies van der Rohe is also the simple idea leads to the simple theory, leads to the simple output. So the what we were discussing in the previous slide or in the previous discussion was the process could be complex and the output will be simple. But rather, when we look at this example before our independence era, we can easily say that the process was also simple. Yes, the school of thought or the irritation or iterations of those ideas could be multiple. Hence, we believe that it is complex. मल्टीपल होता है या बहुत ज्यादा नंबर में होता है, इसके लिए वो कॉम्प्लेक्स नहीं. Okay, because we have to reach to that simplicity, hence there are more iterations possible. So this is something which is very important, and I think this statement stuck to me very rightly, that the only trouble with the simple little word like simple is that so many people think it's synonymous with easy. In real life, of course, simple often seems difficult. Okay, this is very importantly understand, because this breaks our perception about what is simple. Okay, so with that, okay, I'm just going to briefly talk about Mies van der Rohe, because we believe that he have coined the word less is more. Rather, in 1920s or 1915, around 1920s, Mies van der Rohe was the first architect who introduced the idea or the philosophy which is called as less is more. He is also one of the architects who has written very less, not like Lee Corbusier, Frank Lloyd Wright, or Philip Johnson. They have written extensively about their style of architecture, their design approach. Mies van der Rohe was he have written very less, but his body of work on architecture have showcased the idea of less is more. So practically, Mies van der Rohe have never coined this word, less is more, but his body of work have showcased the work which I have done, which is less is more. You have to also consider what Suraj was talking about, the construction details or the materials, okay, become very relevant in this time, because this was the time of modernism, okay, where people were shifting from highly ornamented buildings to the minimalistic approach and the modernism approach to, or modernism kind of a style of architecture. You have to consider the time of 1920s, where it is also time of a world war and the industrial revolution was happening. So people also, architects also start getting the other materials than the obvious masonry materials like concrete and steel and glass. These three materials were largely introduced in and around 1920s. Okay, remember this timeline. It's very important, because then we are going to see how it's become relevant to us in today's time. Okay, so that is also a time of uncertainty. Why I'm saying uncertainty is also because these architects were also struggling with the idea where कि मैं जो अभी नया कुछ करने जा रहा हूँ, will that be accepted by the people? It was the uncertainty, because they were giving people a very very different choice जो पहले कभी नहीं हुआ था. So if you can simply Google about Miss Vanderroy project, you will see that it's a beautiful combinations and the perfect balance of glass and steel, concrete and steel, concrete, steel and glass. So there are these, but these were also the first and these kind of buildings were getting constructed, not only visualized but also getting constructed. The aesthetic expression was very very minimal. Okay, not too many elements, not too many materials. The space was one large space, and then you can interpret or you can design in between internal spaces the way you want. Lee Corbusier five principle extensively talk about the free plan. Okay, so that is also becomes the aesthetic expression in that. Technological innovations which we have already talked about being the industrial era, the new materials which is introduced, hence it leads to the new technical innovation, and in totality, modern it leads to the style which we called as a modernism. Okay, and then modernism leads to the minimalism. Okay, so that is how the journey of the style which we uh, presume as the minimalistic style came into the world right now for us. Previously, before around 1900, all the architecture which was constructed, if you simply Google, was more like a pantheon or kind of a little bit of a Gothic adaptation of a Gothic and Ionic. Okay, so that is how the interior space, the furniture design, everything was like. Now, if you Google about the falling water design, it is something which is again talks about the minimalistic with the different approach. If you look at any Lee Corbusier's building on that time, like Notre Dame or Villa Savoye or any other building, it will even eventually talk about the minimalism. Okay, so if we, this is the, of course, the 1920s which we are talking about. So what is the issues and conflicts in architecture influences today? What are the architecture influence? We have already discussed this, so we are not going to. So people have talked about the context extensively today. So that is the site topography, aesthetic which we talk about. Then in our times, economic trends are also very important. What people could afford, what people can afford, what people could not afford. That leads to the interpretations of design in many ways. That become a very important influence to us. Then architects and clients aspirations. As client have some aspiration, मुझे ऐसे घर चाहिए, मेरा ऑफिस ऐसे होना चाहिए. Architects also have parallel aspirations. All these discussions, debate, and synthesis leads to the innovation. Innovation not only in terms of construction and material, but also in terms of idea of space making. Okay, totality in terms of architecture. Then it leads to the material, and there are of course other factors like detailing, color palette, material palette, and henceforth all this. So these are the practical influences, architectural influences, which talks about issues and conflicts in architecture in today's time. So this is the second point, which is here modernism talks about 1920s. Okay, where what was the struggle of those architects in that time, but we don't struggle with uncertainty right now. We don't struggle with aesthetic expression. We struggle with aesthetics rather. What kind of an aesthetic we are we creating vernacular expression, are we creating something which is totally new to the that particular building typology or user which is not been experimented before. So we talk about that struggle, but in 1920s the struggle was different. Okay, so Gregotti is another philosopher which we are which I use for parallel to prepare this particular discussion. Is designing a simple building has become a very complicated problem, isn't it? This is what we are discussing, right? For a very long time, designing a simple building has become a very complicated problem today. Okay, so uh, a building is simple not because its shape conforms to elementary geometry, not because all of it is immediately visible, or because the logic is evident in its connections, but because all its parts voice their necessity reciprocally. Okay, so what I think the Siddhesh sir talk about in the first slide itself, right? You don't have to look at this all simplicity and complexity as an individual thing. You have to look at this as a totality. Okay, so the building is not simple also, because we generally in the first second slide we were largely discussing about building having the pure geometrical shape could be could leads to the simplicity in architecture, but it might not be like that. Okay, you have to look at everything in totality, and which should lead to the simplicity. So for the simplicity and complexity, we are looking at these three theories, okay, which are again given in the last time. Okay, so it's a very important, and this particular highlighted line by Gregotti is essentially has to be uh, put in your mind, is designing a simple building has become a very complicated problem. So being simple in architecture is the most difficult job which we have right now. Okay, so that is something which is again very important. Okay, so the synthesis is, if two or three people right now can give us the what is the one major difference between the simplicity and complexity. Only one major difference.
Minimalism.
What is one is using the minimalistic component, and complexity is where you have a multiple components. Okay, good. What else? Who others want to just add into this?
Architectural solution.
Architecture solution. Example, can you give me an example? There is a background noise somewhere. Umer? Yeah. Can you give us the example?
Like sir, you said for Gothic architecture.
Okay.
And we can say Gothic architecture and contemporary architecture.
Okay. Okay. What is the other major?
Actually, the term you used was solution, which is incorrect. It's not a solution. That is exactly the reason why we couldn't grasp what you said. When you use the term solution, in order to provide a solution, there has to be a pre-decided or pre-understood problem. In simplicity and complexity, these are terms which doesn't have any solution-based understanding. They're in its own as a term. So I think it was very nice that you actually voiced it out so that we could point this out to you. So it's nothing to do with a solution-based understanding. Okay, Umar?
Anybody else want to give many major difference? One major difference. Saiba?
Geometric forms. It could, in simplicity, it could be more simple, and in complexity, it could be more difficult geometry.
Okay, so geometry is going to be complex in complexity.
Yeah.
Arshia, you want to add anything? Arshia? You there, Arshia? I think.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Any other major difference you want to add? Okay. We'll move to the next, which is what is the then one major commonality in simplicity and complexity.
What, sir?
It's on the screen. What is the one major commonality in simplicity and complexity?
So they both go hand in hand together.
They both
With
go
simplicity, like within simplicity, I suppose light complexity.
Okay.
It cannot cannot be different. It cannot be two different things.
Okay.
It's going to be together.
Hmm. Hmm. Who else want to pitch in?
Sir, architecturally, to attain simplicity, also there it's a complex process to reach to a level wherein everything is simplified.
Okay. Now, in my opinion, personally, to attain simplicity, you need to unclutter your thoughts. So that uncluttering process, because it have multiple steps, we consider that as a complex. Having multiple steps doesn't mean it's complex. For example, when you go to purchase any clothes, I'm giving a very non-architecture example. If you want to go and purchase any chudidar, for example, or any jeans, okay, there are n number of steps in between. There are n number of parameters which you have to look at, okay, before you go actually, or otherwise you could be a person like me who just go randomly and purchase anything. But there is the process to unclutter your mind out, the budget, the color which you don't have in your wardrobe, the way it will fit into it, the way it should be dressed, okay, the occasion which you want to wear for, okay, or the purpose you want to wear. There are n number of steps. Because you have n number of steps, that doesn't mean it's a complex process. Yes, the process is lengthy, okay, which leads to the simplification of a solution. And that's why that is what we are need to constantly look at into it, okay, कि हम लोगों को ऐसे लगता है कि ज्यादा steps है तो वो ज्यादा complex है, okay. Similarly, it also doesn't mean that if you are going to have a complex aesthetic building, it should not be very simple in nature. आप थोड़ा सा इसको सोचोगे ना और आपको पता चले but what could be the one major commonality? Common उसका एक धागा क्या हो सकता है? Simplicity and complexity. As many people are saying, the simplicity and complexity goes hand in hand. True. If we would have to sit and identify one major component, what could be?
Sir, maybe formation of a space can be the base for the the two words.
So this organization of space, maybe, or are you talking about the user experience? Akshita?
So both the things, the user experience as well as the organization of space.
Yeah.
And sir, the major difference between simplicity and complexity would be breaking the flow or like breaking the flow of something, or maybe breaking a certain geometry, or matlab if you break a particular flow of something, it might lead to a complex behavior of something.
Yeah.
Like uh, I just had a thought about the Jaipur, the
Jawahar Kala Kendra?
Kala Kendra by Charles Korab. The one square of the 9 squares were, one of the square was just tilted. So he sort of broke the flow of the 9 squares in a sort of complex city was introduced in the simple geometrical form.
Okay. Okay. Nice. Okay. So just give a thought about this. What, because in your thesis you'll be writing about all these theory. Okay, so just give a so this is what we have already discussed largely. What is one major issue with which you most agree and most disagree with? We are already discussed that in about 2 points. Okay, so this is going to be the homework for you guys. Okay, there is no submission. It's for the people who want to just pursue. Select a recent design project or a current project which you are working. Okay, discuss the characteristic of that project in regards to the simplicity and complexity. Okay, so it could be your last study project, it could be your first study project, it could be a project which you work in your internship, it could be anything. Just what you have to discuss is the characteristic of that project in regards to the simplicity and complex. Okay, so that is something which is a homework because we are short of time. We also have a next lecture. Otherwise, we wanted to actually discuss this in detail with you, but because it's a first lecture, we first presentation per se, we wanted to actually orient you for this particular template. Okay, so this is done. Okay, and then also largely what we are going to discuss is this: what will be the role of simplicity and complexity in architecture in near future. So what is going to be the role and the impact which is going to created by the simplicity and complexity in architecture in near future. So because we have already discussed this particular question in the previous most slide, that what is more appropriate in architecture today. This particular question talks about what is its role and important in the, and I think it's going to be a broader question for you in your thesis. Okay, and I wanted to highlight this point to Salva also, that in her case, this simplicity might also respond to the construction detail. It also might, many vernacular or regional projects which we have, for them this particular questions become more relevant. The approach, this particular theoretical approach become more relevant. What is complex and what is okay. So that's it. That this is these 2 points which we actually, last 2 points which we wanted to discuss, but we are short of time, so we'll just cut it short. We'll just make it a homework, and we'll discuss this in the next presentation. Before we begin this, we'll discuss this with the 2-3 projects. Okay, so make sure that you complete this as your own and make a simple note about it. You don't have to make any submission out of it. Then this is a bibliography, you can look at it. You can come up with the few of the solution, a few of the readings of it. Okay, so saying this, hope this all discussion is fruitful somewhere. आपको थोड़ा सा simplified version में 2 theories आपको समझा रहेगा. बहुत सारे perceptions, बहुत सारे ideologies आपके शायद से refine हो गए रहेंगे, या आपको समझे नहीं रहेंगे तो समझे रहेंगे. So I think this is what we are going to do in this particular subject. The only thing is, जब हम लोग, आपको teaching plan आपके पास है already, so you know what is going to be the next topic. Start reading about it, so that you can have an opinion about it when you are discussing with us. Okay. So
also, did anyone try the illustration? Last class का inferences?
Yes.
By any chance? किसी ने try किया है क्या कुछ? Okay. That is one of those nice ways as an architect or as a student to kind of, do those small doodles or illustrations of your ideas, what you think exactly. So maybe, if not for the last class, you can try this for the next class of doing an illustration for the understanding of simplicity and complexity. A simple A4 will also do, just in case it's not a compulsory thing.
I mean, I'm sure in their design process, they might have a diagram for it. I
Correct.
think for the museum project, I'm sure they have this diagram, conceptual idea of simplicity and complexity. Okay, so I think this is very good first discussion which you had. I would say at least 50% of the class participate. Make sure next time everyone participate. Atik, then Hafsa and all other people, Noshin, you guys, Arif, you guys should teach in further discussion. Okay, it is not कि आप चुप बैठोगे तो अभी मेरे को जबरदस्ती नाम लेने पड़ रहे. नेक्स्ट टाइम वो नाम लेने की जरूरत नहीं पड़नी चाहिए, बिकॉज दिस आर वेरी सिंपल. आई थिंक यू कैन हैव अ जेनरिक ओपिनियन. ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं कि जो नया है आपके लिए. दिस इज समथिंग वेरी, दिस शुड मेक यू frame your opinion, and then that has to be reflected in your thesis. I think we guys should do that. Okay, so I think it's 10:05:09. We'll take 5 minutes break, and then you can join the next class. Okay, thank you for all the people who discussed and for your patience. Chalo, bye.